So many people are trading in their cityscapes for the sun-drenched shores of Southwest Florida. But turning that dream into a reality, it involves so much more than just packing your bags. In this explainer, we're going to break down the essential guide to making your move to paradise a really smooth one. I mean, this is the picture that starts it all, right? The thought that this spectacular view could be your everyday reality, not just some picture from a 2-week vacation. It's an incredibly powerful idea, and honestly, it's driving a massive shift in where people are choosing to live and work. Okay, so beyond that beautiful dream, there's the nuts and bolts of the move. It means navigating a totally unique real estate market, understanding some pretty surprising financial details, and, tackling a checklist of crucial first steps. So let's break down what it really takes to make this happen, step by step. To get the real inside track, we're actually drawing from a comprehensive relocation guide created by local expert Suzanne. Her experience as a relocation specialist is just fantastic. It's a perfect roadmap for anyone moving from out of state. So we're going to dive into some of the key insights from her guide. So what is behind this massive wave of new residents? The Florida dream today is about so much more than just escaping the snow. Let's take a look at the key reasons that are really pulling people in right now. Of course, the classic reasons, amazing weather and zero state income tax, are still huge motivators. But what's really fascinating now are the new drivers on this list. The flexibility of remote work is letting people choose lifestyle first. And that search for more space, that's a major trend. It's this combination that's really creating a perfect storm for relocation. Just let that number sink in for a second. Over 1,000 people every single day. This isn't just a small trend, it's a fundamental shift. It means if you're even thinking about this move, you're part of one of the largest migrations happening in the country right now, from young professionals all the way to retirees. Okay, so you're sold on the why. Now we've got to figure out the where and the how. Just saying I'm moving to Florida is way, way too broad. The absolute key to being happy with your move is defining exactly what your personal version of paradise looks like. This table gives us a really fascinating snapshot of who's moving, and check out the different motivations. People from Chicago are often chasing that lifestyle and climate upgrade. For New Yorkers, the tax savings are a huge factor. And what's really interesting is that even people from right here in Florida, like from Miami, are moving for a different pace of life, trading that heavy traffic for more space. So this is where you have to get really honest with yourself. Which one of these sounds like you? Is your dream to have a boat parked in your backyard, or do you picture yourself in a beautiful golf community? Are you looking for great family amenities or the buzz of a lively downtown? Pinpointing your ideal lifestyle, that's the most important first step in your entire search. All right, now for a really critical part of the process, the financial fine print. 2 areas consistently surprise people moving from out of state: home insurance and property taxes. Understanding these Florida-specific details is absolutely essential if you want to budget correctly and avoid some really costly mistakes. This is such a crucial distinction. In most states, your insurance premiums might be based on things like fire rates or crime rates, while in Florida, the game is all about one thing: hurricanes. The age and the material of your roof are probably the single biggest factors. Why? Because insurers know that after a big storm, the roof is the first line of defense. A newer, well-built roof can literally save you thousands of dollars a year. And that brings us to a term you're going to hear a lot: wind mitigation. Think of it as a special inspection that basically documents all of a home's hurricane-resistant features, things like special clips connecting the roof to the walls or impact-resistant windows. This report is what you send to insurance companies to unlock some pretty significant discounts. Okay, listen up, because this is probably the most important financial tip for any Florida homebuyer. Your standard homeowner's policy does not cover damage from rising water. That's flooding. You need a completely separate flood insurance policy. And please don't assume you're safe just because you're not on the beach. Tons of inland areas are in designated flood zones. Now for some good news. Florida offers a great tax break for primary residents called the homestead exemption. This can lower your home's taxable value by up to $50,000, which means real savings every single year. But, and this is the crucial part, the deadline to apply is March 1st. If you close on your home on March 2nd, you have to wait almost a full year to get that benefit. Okay, you did it. You closed on your beautiful new home. The moving truck has pulled away, the boxes are everywhere. So, now what? Well, that first month is a whirlwind of essential tasks, so let's break down the absolute must-dos. The clock really starts ticking as soon as you move in. You've basically got a 30-day window to get your Florida driver's license and register your cars. And here's a little pro tip. You have to get Florida auto insurance first before you can even go to the DMV. And while you're doing all that, make sure you get that homestead application in before that critical March 1st deadline we just talked about. So beyond the official paperwork, these are the little things that help you settle in. Along with utilities, you'll want to schedule things like pool and pest control service, which are pretty standard here. And 2 quick safety tips. Find your main water shutoff valve before you have an emergency, and go test all the smoke detectors. And of course, the best way to feel at home is to just go say hi to your new neighbors. So as we've seen, making the move to paradise is an incredibly exciting process, but it definitely has its own unique set of rules. The key to a really smooth and successful transition comes down to preparation and having the right information when you need it. And this quote from Suzanne, it just sums it all up perfectly. The theme woven through this whole process is that knowledge is power. Understanding the little details of the market, the insurance landscape, the residency timeline, that's what turns an anxious buyer into a confident new homeowner. And that's really the biggest takeaway here. Trying to navigate a new market, especially from hundreds of miles away, can be so complex. Having a local expert on your team, whether it's a great realtor, a knowledgeable insurance agent, or a thorough home inspector, it can make all the difference in avoiding common mistakes and just making smart decisions. So, if you're ready to start your own journey, the best first step is to arm yourself with knowledge and connect with a local pro. We've just touched on the highlights from Suzanne Belloff's relocation guide, and hopefully this leaves you feeling much more prepared to turn that dream of a Florida lifestyle into your new reality. Thanks so much for watching.